Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Furiosa is the newest installment in the Mad Max franchise, directed by visionary George Miller, and listen, I'm gonna keep it straight with you, I'm gonna keep it plain and simple. This may be my favorite movie of the year. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest to you, I was not expecting it. I was not expecting it at all, to be honest with you, like, at all. I fucking love this movie. Like, I love it so much, and that is crazy because this is the year we got Dune 2, and I like Furiosa over Dune 2, which I know some people are going to disagree with. I do not care. Like, I don't care.
We don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
This movie gave me everything I wanted. This movie was so much fun and just honestly a beautiful spectacle that I cannot wait to talk to you guys about today. But before I get into the review, some of you gorgeous people at home may be wondering, what's Furiosa about? And that's exactly what I'm going to tell you. This is the prequel to the absolutely incredible Mad Max Fury Road, while also being an origin story for Furiosa, who was portrayed by Charlize Theron in Fury Road. And in this film, we follow a young Furiosa into her adult years as she survives in a barren, adrenaline-fueled wasteland as she seeks to take revenge on a deranged madman named Dementis. If you don't know, Furiosa was among some of my honorable mentions for my top 10 most anticipated movies of the year because the Mad Max franchise is one of my favorites. Incredibly stylish and metal films that never shy away from the crazy shit. Like, let's not forget in Fury Road, there is a scene where there is a guy who looks like he just got rejected from Slipknot, who's on top of a giant stage on the back of a moving car in the middle of a car chase playing the guitar. And that's not even the craziest part. Did I mention that the guitar doubles for a fucking flamethrower? These movies are metal as fuck, and I love them. They go so goddamn hard. And just real talk, Fury Road may just have some of the greatest car chase action sequences of like all time. Like, they are genuinely incredible, with some of the best practical effects and production design you'll see in a modern film, which landed it an Oscar for that, but also landed it 5 other Oscars. And this is all thanks to the amazing people who worked on the film and to the extremely talented man behind the camera, George Miller, the master behind Mad Max, Mad Max 2, Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome, Mad Max Fury Road, and Happy Feet 1 and 2.
This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't. But I've considered it.
But there's no debate in my mind that George Miller is a fantastic director, which brings us to Furiosa, a film that at first I wasn't so sure about just because it was a prequel film, and you know, prequels kind of have this very weird stigma with me where you either get a really, really good prequel or you get a completely unnecessary and just terrible one that just really doesn't justify its existence at all. But all those worries sort of just went away when all the trailers and footage started to drop for this movie because this movie looked good. Like, it looked really, really good, and I was so friggin' excited for it. But I won't lie, what I wasn't expecting is for this film to be as good as Mad Max Fury Road, and I don't know if this is a debatable thing to say, but it is. It 100% is on the same level as Fury Road. I frickin' thought this movie was amazing. Something that I didn't even think could be achieved again, but here we are, and I'm talking about it right now. This movie, honestly, is extraordinary in almost every way. The action set pieces and effects are genuinely incredible in this movie, and are so entertaining and crazy, which makes it such a treat to watch. Like, there's an amazing sequence where there's these riders that are trying to take down a convoy unit, and they're just driving along, just normal, just on their bikes, they look pretty sick, and then they just deform and transform into gliders, and they're like flying around them, throwing bombs at them and explosives. It's crazy. It is so much fucking fun, and it looks perfect. Like, it looks amazing. The team behind the sound and the editing in this movie honestly do a fantastic job every single time, and it makes every action scene in this movie feel that much harder. Like, you feel those impacts when there's an explosion or someone gets shot in the face. Like, you feel that. The way they use sound is ingenious in this movie, where it's just perfect, and it makes everything so much better. Not to mention, this film is fucking gorgeous, with so many dazzling and beautiful shots that are just pure eye candy. And what I love too is just how many of these shots tell a story, with subtle visual clues that aren't distracting but are perfect. And I also gotta say, I love how they portray and tell the story of Furiosa's life in this movie. They really show you everything from her youth all the way to where we see her in Fury Road, which really surprised me because, to be honest with you, I thought we were gonna see more Anna Taylor-Joy than anything in this movie, but surprisingly, she's kind of like barely in the movie. She's like halfway through, she's in the movie all the way to the end, but the first half is literally just her as a kid, which I was pretty surprised about, but I'm not complaining because that part of the film was just as interesting as when we got to the Anna Taylor-Joy stuff. And I know a lot of people, again, complained about something very minor in this movie where Anna Taylor-Joy only has about like 30 lines of dialogue, and a lot of people were upset about that for some reason, even though if you watch the movie, it's very clear that she's just the strong, silent type that doesn't really talk a lot, so I don't understand the criticism at all because that's her character. She's not supposed to be, like, talking all the time. She's very quiet, and that's what makes her such a badass, silent protagonist. But oh my god, the real star of the show here, we gotta talk about Chris Hemsworth here. I absolutely loved him in this movie. He literally stole every scene he was in. Like, he was the best part about every scene he was in. The energy that he radiates from the screen is just amazing. Like, he is honestly so entertaining, so fun, but also super menacing and deranged, which made him such a weird and interesting character. Genuinely, this film really surprised me. I was not anticipating to like this movie as much as I did. I knew this movie was going to be good, or at least entertaining, but I was not ready. I was not ready for how good this movie was, and how it surpassed every expectation I had, to be honest. And that's why I can't give it anything besides a glorious 9 out of 10. The only thing that would have pushed this film to be a 10 out of 10 is to fix some slight pacing issues at the beginning of the film where it felt a lot slower than the rest of the film, but honestly, it really does not take away that much about the film. This film is still an adrenaline-fueled joyride, and I fucking loved it, and I can't wait to see it again. So Furiosa, did you like this movie? Did you hate this movie? Give me all your amazing opinions down below, and I'll be sure to read them. But with that, if you like this video, you can go like and subscribe for more content on the channel coming pretty damn soon, and I'm gonna see you on the Fury Road. See ya.